sound superficial or materialistic.
I know how to give a fish
Go
a bath.
get a job at fucking McDonald's, cause that's where you fucking belong.
To get a fish to do that.
When I pull up, when I slide. Tell me when you down to ride. When I pull up, when I slide. Tell me when you down to ride.
Welcome to the Broccoli Pod. We're your hosts. I'm Augie Dupre.
And I'm Capital J. Today we're here with
Your boy
friend.
OZ.
Hell yeah.
I thought I had to add a little extra to that, you know.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, you're always adding a little too much extra. So.
Always.
Yeah,
Cool.
A little
Now
sauce.
we'll redo that for the fifth time.
Yeah, hold on.
This man's so nonchalant.
Just about everything.
Yeah. We're going to do that for the fifth time.
It's all good, dude.
It's not.
It's a personality disorder. Don't worry.
It's just not cool to feel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How y'all living?
Well, we're living in this shed, so
And I haven't been institutionalized in at least 6 months. So, 7.5 months. But
well, you haven't had to go get more pairs of grippy socks.
yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. Every once in a while, we'll go and get institutionalized just for those cool little socks.
Just for the socks.
You can get them at the trampoline. too.
Just for the little grippy
You can get them at the
Yeah.
trampoline. Oh,
Yep.
dude, but
You
that costs
can.
money, bro.
Every
Yeah,
air.
it's not that much.
But you got to pay to go jump.
They take insurance.
Yeah, you can just go jump
And-
off a bridge.
And
then
OGs
go,
don't jump.
They take
Get in-
insurance too. What?
Huh?
And OZ jumped off a bridge. What?
No, I was
OZ?
just saying, you can go, like, say you're going to go jump off a bridge and then go get them for free.
Yeah, all right, I'll go jump off the bridge right now.
Not worth it.
Bet
For
I
the
won't.
socks, dude.
Not worth it for the socks. Hey, bro, the grippy socks is tight, though, bro. Actually, nah, not for the hardwood floor, though. If you trying to slide,
Nah, bro, you don't use them for
You flip
for
them upside
walking.
down.
what are you
But
using for?
You use them for
For
leverage
For leverage.
They're for
on
gripping,
what?
bro.
on
you gripping?
any
They're
bro.
for gripping.
What are you wearing your socks trying to get leverage
I
on?
want
Look
my
at
leg-
me.
if-
OZ, they're for gripping.
Ah, okay.
If I want to put my feet on the
you know,
ceiling,
my mind wasn't in the gutter there for a minute.
They're for
Let me get my mind in the gutter right quick.
Wait,
Wait, what? What you mean?
Wait, where are you going?
I'm talking about, what you mean? Gripping in the sheets?
gripping sheets with socks. I can grip them with my toes.
This man.
Can you use your feet like that? Hey, are you
Hey,
guys?
my toes can do a lot of shit, actually.
Are you guys monkeys or are you
Yes.
just like basic?
Yeah, no. I
Straight
can't
up, bro. I
do
could
monkey
pick some
floor.
shit up with my toes, bro.
I'm saying,
actually,
bro,
you know
I'm
what?
almost as good with my feet as I am with my hands.
I don't know why when
That sounded a little sexual.
That was it. Was
sounded a little
it?
sexual. That was pretty
No,
narnar.
When you said gripping, I was kind of thinking of it reminded me of soaps. Do you remember those, like the soap shoes
What?
from like the early thousands and like the 90s?
The soap shoes?
Soap shoes where they were like Heelys kind of, but they had a plate in the middle instead of like a wheel. It was like a plate, and you could like slide on it, and it was like
That sounds hella dangerous.
no. It
They're
was-
like grinding shoes?
Yeah. They're like grinding.
Oh.
shoes.
I think I know
what
Where
you're talking
You
about.
like jump and like slide down the rail.
What
and
does that
shit.
have to
They're
do
like-
with the
It
hospital
doesn't have
shoes?
anything to do with it, but it did make me think of that.
He said
That's crazy.
soap shoe. He said something about soap earlier.
You say grippers. You say grippers.
Grippers.
Is that
I
what
thought
they're
you was
called?
talking about
Or
gripping in
something.
the sheets, dog. Like, I thought that's where your mind was going. Like, oh, you would wear the bitches in the sheets to get more, grip.
No, yeah, we were just
leverage.
talking about skateboarding.
I actually wasn't thinking about
okay.
anything. I just said grippers.
I was
Or
talking
gripping
about.
a lot.
I was
just said
talking about
grippy.
skateboarding,
Oh,
Yeah,
skate,
just grippy.
skating,
skiing.
Skeeting.
skiing, surfboard.
What?
What?
Oh. Well, damn, dude.
Damn, G, shout out Valerico.
That was like the shortest episode I've ever.
Yeah, I was
fucking-
about to say. All right, well, thanks for tuning in.
What's Valero?
Huh?
Valero.
Valerico. This is my homie's brand right here.
Shout him out.
Yeah,
My
what's
homie
up,
Ryder.
brother?
Shout out Ryder. Shout
Shout
out
out Ryder.
Valerico, man.
Yeah.
He fucking gave me some exclusive shit before the
good.
drop.
Some drippy drip.
Some drip. Hit him up, bro. He
Does
got
he do custom
Dude,
pieces?
oh, I
You
was
got
gonna
exotic
ask you,
tree,
did
too.
you match that on purpose or
what?
the
the names with the hats and stuff.
No, like the purple and you're like little dealio.
Mm.
Your vape.
Oh no, I
Or-
didn't. My vape? No, I didn't actually.
Yeah, bro. Is
That's
that
convenient.
one of his vapes
Very
too?
convenient. This is a Valerico. No, I'm just playing.
Hell yeah. Custom sleeve.
custom Valerico Elf Bar.
Oh, yeah.
No, bro, he has some exotic ass weed though, bro. That shit's so fire. It's called Pink Punch.
You can get your boy caught up, bro.
It's legal.
That's not,
I mean, yeah, for clubs, this
never
is
legal.
Oh, he owns a club,
No, he distributes to
a
clubs.
dispensary.
It's legal.
Oh yeah.
What you mean?
What's his
Distributing the
brand?
clubs? Valerico, pink fronts,
Oh,
baby. You know the vibe,
Okay,
right?
he on Ariel. Okay, bet.
Yes, sir. Shout out Ryder.
Hell yeah. Speaking of that, what illicit drugs do you do?
I don't do
No.
I don't do drugs,
Yeah.
but I do smoke weed and I do take shrooms.
What's your craziest mushroom experience you got for us right now?
God, I have a lot, but there was one time I want to try to think because I feel like you've asked me this the last one,
I think last time we asked like just a crazy
but
experience.
I came up with the story in Colorado. That's when me and my manager went to Colorado. But there was one
He
time.
came up with this story as in he's making it up.
No, I didn't make it up.
This is when he made it up. In
That's not what I mean when I said that.
Okay. So tell us about this made up story that you got.
All right, let me imagine it real quick.
Yeah.
No, I'm just playing.
Well, you already imagined.
So
it.
y'all know Blake, right?
Yeah, Blizzy.
Griffin.
Blake, no, not Griffin. This fucking guy. Can we mute him for a minute? No, I'm just playing. All right, y'all know Blake. Yeah, fucking. All right, y'all know Blake. You know, he's a homie that always comes around.
Oh.
So I was kicking it at his house with his mom and his dad, and we fucking fried out. And Blake's a bigger dude, and so is his dad. So I try to keep up with them on eating shrooms, and usually I'll be like microdosing. I don't ever go over like more. No, fuck, dude. An ounce, bro. Oh my god.
Like 5 grams.
I'll be in another dimension.
That was a joke.
Okay, I know that.
That's what it's called.
I know that because if you really hit an ounce, bro, you in the hospital.
I know somebody who eats ounces.
Really?
Mm-hmm. He used to buy them from somebody I knew, and he would like buy an ounce at a time, and he'd be like, "All right, I'm gonna try these tonight." Like, all right,
That
dude,
is
that sounds
savage,
good.
bro.
And then he'd be like, to my friend, "Can I get more?" The next day, like,
Fucking A.
what do you
dude.
mean?
That
He's
shit's
like,
savage. Imagine
I
the
ate all
shits that man
shit,
takes.
bro.
The mushroom shits are the worst.
I
You
don't
eat
even
an
wanna
ounce?
Imagine that, dude.
God, you fucking your whole stomach up.
Yeah, bro.
But check me out. So I was kicking it at the homie's mom's house and shit. We're eating shrooms. It's like late night, bro. It's actually was hella hot in the garage too that we were in, and we were playing pool. And I remember they were like telling me the story, bro. And like I tried to keep up with them. We probably came up on an eighth of shrooms each, and so like I'm fucking buzzing, bro. Like
Yeah.
I'm wired. Like I'm just seeing everything's moving, right? And I'm listening to this story that his mom's telling me. And all of a sudden, like, I was just like, whew, my head started feeling super light. And, like, I started feeling super, like, I don't know, cold and pale. And I looked over at Robbie, his Blake's dad. And I was like, man, bro. I was like, I feel spinny. And all I remember is this motherfucker goes, spinny, winny, winny. Brian, bro. Next thing you know, out cold, bro. That's the last thing I remembered. It was just like, and I went out. And I fell, and I fell straight on my face. And Blake said he caught me the way he caught me. Y'all ever seen that one show? Fuck, how did I forget it already?
Family Matters.
No, with where they all are in
Community,
debt, and
Community.
it was a Chinese show, and they're all in debt.
Community.
No, it was like they're all in debt, and they get taken, and they have to something
Taken.
games. No, something games.
Hunger Games.
No,
X Games.
you guys don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't know. You know.
All right, anyways.
I
Anyways,
don't
this
watch any
motherfucker
TV
caught
at
me
all,
by the
so.
shirt, bro, and it was just like it was
Reindeer
like
Games. Reindeer Games.
No, it was definitely not
Squid
reindeer
Games.
games. Squid
Oh,
games.
Okay. I
there we
kept
go.
thinking China Games, but I didn't want
Squid
to say
Games.
that out loud.
Squid games.
China
When the
Games.
dude saves the other dude in red light, green light,
Yeah,
and he
that's
catches him by
right.
the shirt like that, and there's like that meme about it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's literally how he tried to catch me, bro. But he barely caught me at last minute, bro. And I went,
But he
boom.
missed, and you just ate shit.
And then he picks me back up like that, bro. And he said he literally picked me up, and I was out cold, just limp.
Dead.
And then all of a sudden, I come to it, but I couldn't speak or I couldn't move, and like I can just see and hear, and like I just start like blinking my eyes, and all I remember is like being on my back, and his mom was like sitting there like lightly tapping my face, and she was like, "You all right? You all right?" And she was like you know like out of relief.
Yeah.
And I look back past her, and I see Blake. He was fucking beaming out of his mind. He was frying, bro. He thought I just died. He thought I just straight up died right in his He thought his best friend just died
Bad
right in his
trip.
garage.
That'd
And
be
he
wild.
literally just back there, and he's grabbing his hair like this. He's like, "I'm gonna call the cops." And I'm like snapping out of it. I'm like, And the first thing I say, no, don't call the cops. And like I start getting up, and instantly his mom knew. She's like, get the trash can. She grabbed the trash can. I was all, just yacked everywhere, bro. It was crazy. And right after that, I took a dab, and then we chilled for the rest of the night.
Yo, that would have been the craziest thing if like you hadn't had to throw up right after that, and you just went over to Blake like, I am dead, brother.
just completely fuck his whole trip. Like
bro.
he just didn't already go through a traumatic experience frying. Like just come at him with, this is the afterlife.
I know everything that is going to happen to you.
I went a whole different way with that.
I am eternal.
Yo, it's funny because he's told me that story actually. So hearing like your perspective in it is actually like awesome.
Dude, bro, it was such a funny time, bro. That story will forever be brought up in his whole family.
Mm-hmm.
Like that will be a forever experience. That's literally right there is like how I gained trust with his parents and shit.
You gain
like,
trust, or this
just
is actually how they tell the story. They're like, this fucking pussy couldn't even handle an eighth of milk.
It's probably something like that. No, dude, I'm skinny, bro. I can't, bro. Like, I mean, I can eat a lot, but I can't eat a lot of shrooms, bro. Like, I don't know. I just feel like that's a lot for my body weight. I know that for sure.
When I used to do mushrooms, bro, we used to only take like a gram, right? And we'd trip off a gram. Right. And it was cool. It was chill. It was mellow. You'd still fry off a gram.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like a year, and I had some mushrooms. And I was like, how much are you supposed to eat? And I had an eighth, and I was like, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to eat the whole thing. So I ate the whole eighth. I was by myself in my room. It was like at a bad time in my life. My roommate didn't like drugs of any kind other than weed. So I couldn't like go out there. So I was like, felt trapped in my room and shit. And that's the worst when you're on psychedelics.
Oh my God.
And so I'd taken the strongest dose of mushrooms I'd ever taken in my life. And then it got to a point where I was coming up, like 45 minutes later, I started forgetting how to like breathe and shit and having to like do it automatically.
A whole ass of panic attack.
Yeah, bro. And then I called my boy. I was like, yo, dude, I need some help. I need somebody here. And as I was walking to the door to go outside, my legs stopped working. Like I couldn't move my legs. I was like, I forgot how to walk. Like my brain was just like shutting down like unnecessary functions, trying to like focus on like me surviving.
Poor guy.
And
he's a poor guy.
Yeah. It was rough.
Dude, I'm telling you, shrooms sometimes they be kicking your ass, bro.
Yeah, bro. And then after that, my boy showed up. And he lives like 30 minutes away. He got there in like 10 minutes because he was like, oh, damn, he's fucked up. And he's pretty experienced. And he's like a big guy. He's probably like 320, maybe not that much. He's pretty close to 300 for sure. But he's just stacked. He's yoked. Right? He's just got stupid strength. And so he's a bigger guy. And he sits me down. I'm still like panicking. Sits me down directly in front of my TV. Goes on YouTube and searches The Sound of Silence by Disturbed. Turns that shit on full blast, bro, and makes me watch that video. Have you ever seen the video?
No, but I like the song.
He's just in like a dark room, and like it just goes into his face a bunch, and like the weird designs and shit, like a trippy like music video.
Yeah.
And dude, that shit almost sent me spiraling, bro. It was just so intense, bro.
I feel like the most intense thing I've ever watched on shrooms was that the Spider-Man multiverse.
Into the Multiverse.
That's a good multiverse.
Is that pretty tight?
Dude, it's actually that movie's sick as fuck.
I like the movie,
but
yeah.
watching it on shrooms, oh my God, bro. I was zooted that day too, but I remember watching that movie on shrooms and it literally made me gasp. Every time like scenes would go by, I'm like, whoa. Like it was like really making me like whoa, dude, this shit's fucking nuts. Like I couldn't even turn my head either, bro. It was just making me like that roller coaster feeling. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I've watched some movies on hallucinogens, but the only ones that I've watched are horror movies for some reason. And the last one I watched was Shrooms while I was on Shrooms. Have you ever seen that movie?
No, I haven't.
It's like the creepiest. It's a terrible movie.
It's what is it, a scary movie or something?
It's supposed to be, but it's just so like creepy, and it's about mushrooms. And like, they're like tripping on like death caps or something like that. They accidentally eat some death caps and like they trip out through this whole movie or something. And
Oh my God.
bro, it was so bad.
So it's literally a movie about a bad trip.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. And I used to watch like horror movies because like I was never able to like hallucinate on psychedelics. And I was hoping that like the worst possible thing I could think would just come out so I could like at least trip and like see something for once.
Mhm.
And it never would happen. And so, yeah, I like I've watched The Grudge. I've played Outlast on it. Have you ever heard of Outlast? It's this horror game where you don't have any weapons, you can't fight back at these monsters, you just have a flashlight and you have to like run away from monsters the whole time. It's super dark. And it's supposed to be like the scariest game ever created. And that didn't even fucking freak me out. But this movie Shrooms, bro, something about it, that was fucking too much for me, bro. Me and the mushrooms don't vibe, honestly, dude.
Me and my girl would literally sit there and watch any scary movie, but if it has a clown in it, she won't fuck with it. She don't fuck with clowns.
Not about the clowns, not about it, huh?
No, she don't like any type of clown, any type of painted face, motherfucker.
What are you afraid of?
Honestly, bro, I feel like one of my biggest, I feel like being buried alive,
Ooh.
or like swimming in dark water, deep dark water.
Like you're just like scuba diving in the ocean or something,
That freaks me out.
or like in a sub.
Don't get me wrong, I'll go underwater and I'll go scuba diving during the day,
Yeah,
motherfucker, during the day.
but you ain't like searching for no like sea creatures and shit.
Hell no, maybe some fish and some coral reef. I ain't going out there to see no damn sharks. No, bro, like I've been surfing and shit before, but I tell you what, bro, like the last time I went to Hawaii recently, and we went and camped up on the beach,
Oh, fire.
and I wanted to get in the water so badly, but every time I would look out to the distance, I would see a bunch of sea turtles. So I was like, oh, I ain't tripping on the sea turtles, but I know that sea turtles can come up and bite your ass and shit. But I wasn't really tripping on the sea turtles as much, but I kept seeing reef sharks, bro, come up, and their fins would come up, bro. And this spot that we were at, it was just like, fuck, man. Like I wanted to get in, I wanted to swim in the ocean, and like I see so many of the locals just come in on their boards and just swim out there,
They're just so used to it.
and
you
it's
know?
just
You got a
like,
shark on your hand, dude.
huh?
You got a shark on your hand.
I know.
You can fight him.
You can
fight
just
him.
punch them.
You just punch them right
Or
in
you
the nose.
just show it to him and be like, I'm one of you.
But I guess I'm not afraid of sharks. It's just more so like I'm afraid of being
Well,
pulled underwater, bro.
Yeah, it's the
Being
same thing
submerged
about
underwater.
like anything. Like I'm not afraid of mountain lions, but I don't want to be around them because I
I'm
don't want to
afraid of
fucking
getting
die.
mauled to
Yeah, I don't, you know what I mean?
I think it would be sick as fuck to like own a tiger or something, or a lion.
And just like sleep with it every night.
No, but like raise it, like be in part of its life, and like learn, like
life.
have like a naturalist come and like teach me how to be, with them.
That would be cool to like domesticate some tigers.
I mean, I
Like,
wouldn't
for your
necessarily even
family?
domesticate them, bro. I would just build a habitat where I'm at. For
But I
'em,
but I
you
mean
know
like
what
over
I get
over
what you're
years,
saying,
you know,
yeah.
like you have their offspring and their offspring, but it's only with your family. So like
Yeah.
you're the only family that has like domesticated tigers that won't fucking.
You seen
attack
that one
you.
guy who he literally is in a pack of lions.
Oh, yeah.
He's
That's
literally
the
one with-
wolf guy.
What?
Yeah, bro.
With
pride of
lions.
He doesn't
Lions.
like live with them, but he visits them like regularly. Like he spent so
In
much
the
time
zoo.
with these. No, in the wild.
You shut the fuck up. In Africa?
I think actually it's probably like an enclosed habitat that's like super big,
Okay.
if I'm not mistaken.
That makes sense.
But this guy,
He's like the
this.
guy who
There's a
goes in
whole
and, like-
pride that he walks up to this pride, and they know him, and they'll be in the middle of eating, and they'll come up and like rub their face on him and shit, and rub blood on his face, and
Walks
he'll
up to the wrong one.
literally the male. He will
This
sit
guy's
there and
fucked
play
up.
with the big male,
Mhm.
and play with him and shit, and they scratch him up, and like they treat him like one of them, bro.
Yeah,
It's
like,
weird.
Like one accidentally gets like too rough with you one time. Those claws are razor sharp.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
they'll
dude
dice
has
you to
dude has
ribbons.
scars from just playing with them. Like
There's someone crazy anywhere. Like there's like a dude with
That's
like that
true.
huge ass bear. and, like,
that dude with the bear, and
guy
he
that,
takes
like,
photos
lives
with him.
fucking wolves
There's-
And he literally
shit.
has photos of him like holding on his bear around his neck and shit, and
There's-
putting his bear in a headlock.
It's like a big dog.
There's that Garrett fishing guy. You heard of him? He's the guy that walks out in the Everglades hunting for Burmese pythons.
Yeah,
And
what
like
weird dude.
there's crocodile,
sketchy.
there's American crocodiles and alligators out there. There's
Swamp
cottonmouths. There's panthers that are out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like all of these creatures that are like designed to kill you. Like he'll like push a cottonmouth across the road so it won't die, and like he'll like get real close to these fucking things. I'm like, how are you alive?
Out of all those
You know,
things,
dude-
I would be able to fuck with like alligators, like catch alligators and shit.
Huh?
That looks kind of fun, bro. The way they do it.
That would be so tight to have a fucking like falcon,
That would be sick. Or an owl.
like a hunting falcon,
Like a white owl.
something that like hunts shit like from the air,
Or
Like a bird,
pterodon.
like an
big-ass
aerial
bird.
predator.
Or Quetzalcoatlus.
Or imagine just having a straight up bald eagle.
Oh, that'd be tight.
That'd be so American.
That would be so fucking free.
That'd be so American.
That'd be so free.
That would be the most.
That'd be
free
so
shit.
free.
You couldn't pay for it though. It would have to be like a wild one that like landed on your shoulder.
You could probably find somebody somewhere that sells exotic.
yeah, to, like, actually, like,
you,
earn
you
it?
couldn't pay for it because it like wouldn't be American. You would have to like.
Oh,
get it.
got
You
you.
would
Yes,
have to,
yeah. Like put
Like
your
Like
arm
save
out
its
for it.
family or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
you
that's
would-
pretty
you,
American.
like, save his family or like
Its
you're-
family
or
dies
you're
and you
like
take its
talking.
egg.
You like
You take his egg.
maybe kill
shaman.
communist or something.
And then somehow make them
Really
pay
just, like,
taxes. That would be
shows up.
super American.
Oh yeah, if you throw tea in the harbor, it just like lands on your fucking shoulder, and then you're just like,
You
fuck
save it
yeah.
as a baby, and then like 10 years later, you're getting attacked by like 100 like
Vultures.
rats.
Oh,
And then it just comes down and like they all run away from it.
it's giant.
This man just put a whole scenario. It's like just this whole colony of rats just come
Yeah,
trying
dude.
to fuck you up
Just
one
on
day.
the plains, and you're like running from
And
them
you
Rather
because there's
thought
a
that
bunch
bald
of them.
eagle left you years ago, but here he comes
Just
screeching
saving
by.
you. And then it had
Tommy,
it had like a little
Tommy the bald eagle.
scar on its egg, like a little crack on its egg, and somehow it translated to its eye. And you're like,
It's Tommy, the scarred bald eagle.
Now that's real American right there,
yeah.
baby. That's some real American shit right there, baby.
When the redcoats are after you. What's an animal that? So you said like a tiger. What's like a realistic animal that you would like to have, like that you could legally own?
That I can legally
A
own.
water buffalo. Pick a water buffalo.
Probably. This man. Honestly, bro, I'd probably pick like a raccoon.
That would be fucking sick.
A raccoon would be pretty cool.
I feel
or
like
a
there are-
fox.
It's not a water buffalo. But
I know they say like apes are like closest relative, but I feel like I'm more connected with raccoons than I am with like monkeys and shit. You know what I mean? Like I
Trash
feel like
pandas.
that's my ancestor. That's what we used to be.
They're cool too because they can just chill on your shoulder.
And bro, it's got little thumbs, bro.
Mhm.
It can like open up bags and shit.
But
It
I'd
can
have to
grab
get like
stuff.
I'd have to get like an exotic raccoon, like an all white one or something.
Albino.
Or it'd be kind of sick when a red panda.
Oh yeah, those things are fucking tight. Yeah, those are cool as
You
fuck.
can't have one of those. I don't think.
Yeah,
for sure.
that's illegal as fuck. Those things are probably
Just go to
endangered.
Florida.
Those are endangered.
Bro,
One thing I did
Go
think
to
about
Florida. You can buy any animal in Florida.
Straight
I
up.
wanted to get like a African gray parrot because they talk so like their vocabulary is so extensive and they're so cool.
Let me tell you,
but
bro.
dude, they live so fucking long. I was like, I'm
Birds are cool.
not doing that.
Birds
shit.
are cool. Don't get me wrong. But my mom
They're not that cool. Bro.
owned a couple
It's a bald
birds.
eagle.
My mom owned a couple birds. She owned a macaw, a blue macaw.
I hate those.
She
those are the
owned.
worst.
Oh my god.
Those are so loud. They scream all the
Yeah.
fucking time, bro.
And she owned like two other birds, one little bird and one bigger bird.
Not
like
on
this
Rio.
big. That's a different bird.
Oh, that's a macaw.
The blue macaw is what the one is in Rio.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right.
That's, yeah,
That's
because
in
they were
Rio,
like,
too.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
Oh,
You're
well,
right.
Rio one too.
But anyway, this bird, bro, because it talks and shit like that, and
was it
fucking
like which one talked? The macaw.
yeah,
What? Yeah.
and fucking it will be like it'll make noises and it will imitate my mom's voice all the time, bro. But when you walk by that motherfucker, will be like hella loud, bro, and you're just like, what the fuck?
You're just laying in
You
your
try and
bed.
But
But
sneak out.
but that motherfucker, his name was Wally. I shit you not. This motherfucker, because my dad always said motherfucker after everything, motherfucker. And that bird picked it up. And every time he would pass by, he'd be like, motherfucker, motherfucker. Every time he passed by, right? My mom, sometimes she wouldn't even be calling me, bro. Because my mom has a very specific sound when she called me across the house, and it would go something like, bub, just like that. And she'd be like calling me across the house. I shit you not, bro. This bird will imitate her sound every time. And the bird will be like across the house. I'll be in my room playing the game or something. I'll be like, hella little. And motherfucker will be like, bub. And I'll be coming in and I'll be like, what, mom? She won't even be home, bro. She won't even be in the room. Like, and I'll look up at the bird like, God damn, bro. He always used to get me too. And I would just be subconsciously, I'll just go and just be like, what? Or just be like, what? Across the house, you know what I mean?
One thing that gets me about those type of things, bro, is like in the middle of the night, you just hear like,
a creature is born.
David. And then
No, when the lights were off, they don't really make much
Oh
noise.
yeah, they go to sleep.
They go to-
That's why.
they go to
That's why
sleep.
when you want to transport them, you put a thing around their cage to make them think it's
This
nighttime.
motherfucker. That's where I feel like that's where my mom went wrong with this bird because he had a cage,
Oh no.
but he was never in it.
Oh no.
We had a perch in the middle of the room
There's
and he
just so
sat
much bird shit
higher up.
under
He
it.
sat higher up above everybody. You're not supposed to do that with
keep them in
birds.
the cage either.
You're not supposed to keep him in the cage 24/7. Yes, but
Cages are bad
he
for him.
consistently stayed on his perch. And when he stayed on his perch, because when we were home, it was fine. It was whatever. You know what I mean? We knew where he was going to be at on his perch the whole time because he had his little swing, little rest. You know what I mean? But, dude, I shit you not. We read something somewhere. You're not supposed to let birds sit higher than you consistently, too. Because
they plot.
show alpha.
They'll plot on you.
Yeah, and they feel like alpha. So they take after the females and start getting cocky with the males and then start trying to bite at babies.
And then they ate the babies.
That bird's bit me right in the arm, bro. Tried to attack my little daughter, my newborn daughter.
Yeah, oh, it's still
Oh,
alive.
she has current birds. Dude, I actually
Damn.
have.
No,
a
they're not here anymore. Or we got rid. She got rid of them.
Dude, I have scars on my hands and stuff from when I was a kid because I used to get attacked by chickens.
chickens.
Yeah,
Why was that?
just grew up with a lot of chickens.
Why?
I
did you
feel like
grow
that
up
would
with
be so
chickens?
My
fun.
dad's Mexican.
What did he do with the chickens?
You know,
Ate them and stuff.
yeah.
I feel like that would have been so fun as a kid if I had chickens, like just to play with the
I
chickens
love
and shit.
chickens, dude.
Roosters are the
Had
ones you
tons
gotta
of
look
them.
out for.
Well, yeah, they were sketchy. They would come after you sometimes.
Dude, I had when I
My
lived in
dad
Mount
loved
Happy Valley.
Mm-hmm.
I had chickens. We just bought little baby chickens. And they got eaten a week after we got them from the fucking chicken hawk.
Oh, dude, they get done. Little
Yeah.
babies can't do jack shit. They die so fucking fast. It sucks.
Dude, it is
It feels
shitty.
bad for them because they're so cute when they're little. That's
Yeah,
when-
two
That's
got-
the only time that they're cute, and then they get like.
Yeah, two got
Annoying.
eaten, and then we brought the other one down to this farm down the way from our house, and we just gave them to them.
You know, I used to have this dream, right? It was like a physical dream that I like wanted to do. Like during Halloween, when I heard that chickens could live for 2 weeks without their heads.
What?
Chickens can run; their bodies can live for 2 weeks without their heads.
The nerves or whatever.
Yeah, and they can still run around
don't
and
think
stuff.
that's
And I
very
wanted
good. I
to.
think it's like 20 seconds.
Yeah,
2
I
minutes,
realized
I
it's
think,
not
right?
as long
it's
now.
like 2 minutes.
Yeah, because I
Mm.
researched it again. But I always wanted to like cut 50 chickens' heads off and then set them loose on Halloween. And have them like running down the streets, like busy neighborhoods where like all the good candy is.
Imagine that, bro. Just some fucking half of a chicken just running past you.
That's kind of a wild dream to have as a kid. I just want to.
No, I wasn't a kid. It was like
50
5 or
chickens.
6 years ago.
Oh, 5 or 6
Yeah.
years ago, you believed that chickens could
Fucking-
live for longer.
Well,
than
it was the first time I'd heard of it. It was like a big thing that had come out. I was like, oh, chickens
Hopefully-
could live. Blah,
Hopefully,
blah,
Peta
blah.
was invented.
Hopefully, PETA's not
Yeah.
listening.
Actually,
Pedo. Oh, PETA.
PETA.
Was I
That's
just
what
with-
I call it.
yeah.
PETA.
was somebody just
PETA?
showing us in like a different episode that they like? Who was showing me this? I don't know, but I guess in like the 60s, Russia kept a dog head alive or revived a dog.
Yeah,
head?
we were talking about that.
Was that on the
with,
last episode? Or a different episode.
maybe it
or-
was with Tomatoes.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That was wild.
Yeah, I believe it.
All right. Anyway, whatever.
Yeah.
Well,
What is? Do you fuck with conspiracies?
Of course, I fuck with conspiracies, bro.
What is one of the craziest
And I don't think they're
conspiracies you know?
conspiracies. Huh?
What is one of the craziest conspiracies like that you know?
Oh, we can go deep.
Go deep, bro.
Like governmental shit. Like, I mean, some people would sit here and tell you that the Jeffrey Epstein list and that whole island that went as far as child molestation, but it goes deeper into satanic rituals. And if you really look at it, bro, if you really go to look in the pictures of the island, there's a big field in the middle of the island, and it sits in about 100 yards out, and there's big old dirt barriers that go over it, so you couldn't even see it driving in the road in. You'd have to be literally flying over to see inside this field,
Like a
right?
mass grave.
it's like 400 feet from the bocce ball court.
Yeah, something like that. Well, anyways, if you really
Those are
look at it, and there's obviously a sundial there, a weird looking sundial there, in the middle of the island.
Not a
But if you
bridge.
look at that field, bro,
a bridge.
and if you really think about like sacrificial like shit, like satanic
Rituals.
rituals and shit like that, they do it in audiences. Obviously, you know,
Yeah.
there's an audience of satanic members sitting there watching these
That's what gives
rituals
it
happen,
power.
and that's exactly what it is. Like, and it shows the rankings and stuff like that. But not that I know this shit, but I have like studied like a lot of this, like, and I've like read up and heard a lot of this shit too.
Just in case you can't make it organically.
No, absolutely not. I'll never sell my soul, or never go the satanic way. I'd rather be living life as a blue collar man than doing that shit.
Yeah, bro.
But
That's respectable.
You know, I've also heard there was like a testimony from one of the people that was like on the island, one of the girls, and who knows where she is now. She's probably dead. But she's saying that Hillary Clinton, when she was on the island, would like torture and mutilate little boys and girls. And like,
it was a
like,
freelance Ireland, bro. They get literally these celebrities, these
there's no laws
very,
on it.
yeah, and they're very fucking like rich. And they're filthy rich, disgustingly rich. There's nothing else for them in this world but to get those power riches and the satanic
Exactly,
ritual.
because they've done everything else.
Mm-hmm.
You
they
know,
can buy anything.
Yeah, it's not fun anymore. The
Unless
only
you go
thing that
skydiving
isn't
or something.
But that's just the way that their cycle works. Because that's how greed works. If you have all the money in the world and you have all the greed in the world to never share it, then you're going to be a very, very, ugly looking person. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. But
Pete
at
Davidson.
that, you're going to be lonely at the end of the day too, bro. You're going to be, he said Pete Davidson. But you're going to be lonely, bro, and greed won't go very far, and if you take that into reference, but if you really look at, like I was saying on this island, bro, if you really look at it, bro, these highborns that are born within these little teenage pregnancies, think about it. The first when you do a sacrifice on a newborn, it has to be of highborn, it has to be high blood, because they're going to be drinking the blood, right? They're drinking the newborn's blood.
Yeah,
So that highborn has to be of somebody of high ranking in the rituals. So obviously these celebrities will come through on this island and impregnate these little girls that never had kids before, and have their firstborn child, to sacrifice their firstborn child. That's a highborn. And when they do that, they're drinking the blood from these children. And then that's how they get their rankings, is when they drink the blood. But it's so deeper than that. It's so much more deeper than that, bro.
How far down the rabbit hole have you gone? You sound like you've gone pretty far.
Dog.
Where-
There's a lot of shit, bro, that I just subconsciously just hold on to, information I obtain and questions that I've asked. But I'm just making sure that, because the devil's came knocking on my door a few times, and you just know when he does, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like, it's that certain standpoint, you know what I mean? You just got to know who you are, what you stand on, and know you're not consuming that shit.
Yeah.
Because that shit is all consumption.
And I wonder, like, if these people went into it knowing what they were going to be doing.
Half of them know,
Like,
bro.
like Jay-Z.
Flash $1 million in their face.
Why does someone like Jay-Z get into that shit, though? Coming from nothing, like...
That's exactly
That-
why right there, because he came from nothing. Everybody has a backstory, right? All these famous artists, especially in the rap industry, especially sometimes even in the Hollywood industry,
Most of the time. It's
and they come
heavy
from
in
nothing.
that
They're
too.
more vulnerable when
Yeah.
they're nothing.
That's true. Like threaten them to send them back to that.
And then in a way, yeah. And then it's not even just threatening to take their money away, because I'm sure half of them would probably just be like, "Fuck it," you know what I mean?
I
They
also-
probably have something on
But they
them.
have something
Yeah.
on them. They have family
That's true.
members on the line. You know what I mean?
I also wonder which ones just didn't know who this guy was actually within the community, and he's like, dude, I've got the sick island, like, come on out to it,
Yeah.
like, let's like hang out and shit, like,
That's probably happened all the time.
yeah.
You know,
And
they
then
use
know-
lingos, and you'd have to
Mhm.
catch on to the lingo.
But if you don't know it,
So
you know what I mean?
You
Like-
heard that,
like-
that David Cappy kid guy that died, and he tried to expose
was that the pizza cake
The-
guy?
the guy who literally
That read
got
all
hit
the
by a
emails and shit.
no, he got hit by a semi, and he literally posted all this shit on the internet, and it literally got leaked of him exposing the sex rings in Hollywood.
Oh, I
The
feel like I
traffic
remember
ring.
hearing about that a little while ago.
The child, what they called the children is chickens. or pizza parties.
Yeah, pizza.
Yeah.
What they
parties.
call
That's
these,
good
what they
thing.
call
That's how
these
the Pizzagate-
rituals is
yeah.
pizza parties. What they call
Yeah.
the children is chicken.
and that's how they cracked down on this one pizza parlor out in New
dude.
York.
I would love a barbecue chicken pizza right now. I'm not even gonna lie.
Oh yeah, off
God,
topic. That does
sounds
sound
so
fire.
fucking
But anyways, not actual pizza parties and chickens though. We're not
Yeah.
talking
Wait,
about.
no, I don't mean anything
We're
like
not
weird.
talking
I don't know. I don't know what that code word is, but damn, that sounds dank. Oh man, they shouldn't have.
And
picked such
and
a
that
word.
right there is how they recruit. I'm just playing.
They got me.
They got you, brother.
They're like, fuck, I
You
already
had
ordered.
me at pizza party, buddy.
You know, I wonder how. That's what I mean. I wonder how many people Epstein went up to and like said that, and they're like, "A chicken pizza party on your island? Fuck yeah, dude, I'm down." And then when they showed up, they immediately like took pictures of them with like all these kids and these rituals and stuff, and they're
Gotcha.
like, "Damn, bro, this is fucked up. Where's the pizza at?"
I feel
And
like
then he's
in-
like, "Look at these pictures. I'll fucking send them out to the world if you don't do this shit."
Surprise! There's no pizza. We only have 13-year-old girls.
I mean, from my
Rough.
own opinion, I feel
Little
like
pizza.
I feel like he probably didn't even have to. You'd have to know what's going on before you went on that island. That's why the island was so secluded.
Well, his whole thing was to get blackmail on people.
Yeah,
Like that's
That's-
what his job was.
that's all. That's
And so-
all the whole satanic.
But that's
the
what I
whole
wonder.
shit.
That's why I wonder if like sometimes he brought like some people that didn't know what was going on onto the island just so he could get blackmail on them.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Get them all lucid out on drugs and shit on the private jet there.
And then like just take pictures of them near these people, near these things happening. And if you're there, like you're gonna be found guilty. You know what I mean? Like a picture can prove anything.
Well, they
almost,
ask you these
know?
questions too, and they'll flat out. And there's been interviews that people, literally numerous of interviews that these people in Hollywood would say, like, "Yeah, I met up with this guy, and he said, okay, I'll do this for you if you suck my dick."
Oh
Or
yeah,
it would be
definitely.
dudes that asked other dudes that, or if you
That's
let
who-
me fuck you in the ass, then I'll give you this
That's-
label.
That's
this,
like
this
Harvey
record label.
Weinstein, like on Nickelodeon, when he would like cast all these girls. Like there's like countless like allegations against him for sexual favors from these young girls. Like all your favorite stars from when you were a kid, a lot of those were sexually assaulted by Harvey Weinstein.
Oh yeah, and not only that, but Will Smith, fucking all of them, bro. If you really want to put names out there,
I
bro,
hate-
Will Smith was all over that Epstein list, bro. And then not only that, bro, Jada was too.
I could see Jada. It just sucks because like
Alright.
Will Smith was definitely like somebody that like I
It
hella
It
fucked
sucks.
with.
It sucks because I used to love Will Smith, bro.
Mhm.
Like Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
To be
like,
fair, his recent stuff ever since probably Epstein's Island hasn't been good.
yeah,
Like all of his old movies, like back in like the
I just
iRobot
can't look at him the
days.
same. I can't look at
Enemy
him the
of
same,
State.
bro.
They're all clones.
Yeah.
And then not only that, there's been numerous of people that came out about Will Smith, including that poor fucker Orlando Brown.
Orlando Bloom.
Oh,
Orlando Brown got fucked over
the
by
dude from
Hollywood, bro. And
what's it called?
Pirates of the
No, he's from-
Caribbean.
no,
No. The dude
No,
from That's
That's So Raven, yeah.
yeah, he's like a big fucking time drug dealer now.
well, he was like on drugs like a motherfucker, that's for sure. He was
yeah,
twacked out, but that's what they do, bro. And then they try to shadow ban him on
Yeah.
the media.
Yeah, but he's also like definitely like I think he became a rapper.
Yeah, he did, and he
And
started
then-
exposing.
Well,
He's actually pretty good too.
maybe then they're just like trying to paint him as like this big drug dealer.
He's a drug addict.
Addict,
That's
yeah.
the whole thing. Is he was like a hella drug addict and went
Okay,
to
I
like rehab
thought-
a bunch of times and shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then like people thought he was
He's
losing
like
his
twacked
mind.
out and shit.
But what
like,
he is
literally
saying-
like Britney Spears.
There's an interview.
Status.
What he's saying, it fits in if you really look at these. Like I'm saying, bro, if you look back at the satanic shit that goes on there, bro. He's saying some of these artists that you know today have been here for years.
Oh, there's also this conspiracy that they're like, yeah, they're hella old, that they've been like living for like hundreds
And
of
that's
years.
why he
then
keeps
they're
calling
dead people.
Nicki
Just drinking the
Minaj.
blood.
He said, "That's not Jay-Z. That's Nicki Minaj." He
Oh,
said,
you-
"He said, Lil
that's
Bow
a-
Wow got some bomb pussy.
That's a different thing.
Lil Bow Wow got some bomb pussy." He said that. You look at a picture of Lil Bow Wow and that actor, what's her name? Oh, they're literally boom resembled. There's other
I'm sure
art-
it's here.
I don't know. Now we're pulling it up too far. Do you guys remember that? If you look it up, you're gonna get a video of Lil Bow Wow getting called a little girl from an interview. He was like, "Oh, she's so cute," and somebody was like, "Oh, that's a dude."
Here.
I haven't seen that, but nah, bro.
Oh,
Orlando
she
Brown,
does
he
look
literally,
similar, bro.
and that's what I'm saying.
Oh, wait.
They do this in the industry
Yeah.
too, bro. Like they will mask.
I don't know who that is.
No, that's not the one I'm talking
that's not
about.
the one. Wait, there's a bunch of them. Which one is it?
You'll know right here.
That one.
Same one.
Yeah, this one doesn't have a phrase. Shayna Jenkins.
Shane and Drake.
Right there. Right there, yo.
Whoa.
It'll be
Oh, what? Was that exclosure?
Yo.
Were you scared you gonna see somebody's gonna see something on there?
What
No, I don't have anything on there.
What was he?
Let me check your history.
Yo,
Yeah, go ahead.
we appreciate you.
Huh?
We appreciate you for coming by, bro.
Of course, brother.
And you've been very brave to out these conspiracies and give us your 100% true telling of the stories that you witnessed and experienced in Hollywood.
And if you don't make it after this, dude, then
I've never
it's all good.
experienced that.
I hope
in
you don't
Hollywood.
suicide after this. That would suck.
That'd be really unfortunate.
Hopefully I don't go missing and then I come back and fucking month later and I look different.
Yeah, Kanye. Fuck.
Every single person, or go to jail.
And then
for like a
after
few
that is when I
months.
blow up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're gonna go to jail for a few months, come back super rich.
No,
What
I'm just gonna
happened
be
to Zimmy?
sick.
Jacked.
They're gonna put me in the hospital. And I'm gonna be sick.
It'll be COVID.
And then they're gonna clone me.
They're doing that again too.
Dude, did you hear the thing? Okay, real quick. Did you hear the thing about Burning Man? How there's like a supposed Ebola outbreak at Burning Man right now? How FEMA has there's like torrential downpours over there, and so
No.
there's water all over the ground, and FEMA is
What?
like stopping people from leaving Black Rock Desert.
Okay, we've
And
been
people
there,
have,
and
like,
it's never, and it did not.
thrown
it looked like
up.
it never rains.
Well, it does rain. It's known that it rains there. Like half of the year, it's a lake. It's like a little lake.
I know,
But-
but
There, like people have been like posting about it and like texting people about it, and there's like a bunch of screenshots and shit, of like people saying like, "Yo, somebody in my tent, like next to me, has like boils all over his face and like pus coming out of it and like throwing up blood
yeah, they
and
must
shit."
have injected that into something over there.
Damn.
Dude.
That's crazy.
And it's
I'm
crazy.
gonna have to look into that.
Yeah, look into it, bro.
Huh.
There's a
Alright.
lot of people from Reading that go to that.
Oh,
too.
well, I'm gonna stay away from those people with boys.
Yeah, dude.
All right.
You're all say the fuck away.
Hell yeah. Well, Izzy, it's been a pleasure, my boy.
Hell yeah. And if y'all haven't yet already,
Mhm.
tap in with my new song,
Say what's
Slide.
up.
It's out now on all platforms, music video on YouTube. You already know the vibes. Thank y'all for having me, bro.
Yes,
I appreciate
sir.
y'all.
It's been another
That
episode.
felt powerful.
That was it, bro.
That felt powerful.
It's been another episode of the Broccoli Pod.
Yes,
We're
sir.
your hosts. I'm Capital J.
I'm Moggy Ducray.
I'm OZ.
And we out. Peace.
I was down for too long, I was swept under the rug. Living inside of a box, I had to burn that bitch down. Yeah, these bitches like a boomerang, you let them go, they come around. Like how you like me now, bitch, I got my own sound. Two turn when I pull up, when I slide. Tell me when you down to ride. Two turn when I pull up, when I slide. Tell me when you down to ride. Ay, two turn, yeah. Ay, two turn, ay, ay. Two turn when I pull up, when I slide. Tell me when you down to ride. I've been at it for years now, look at how it changed.